Well, good morning again. Daniel Valdez again. Hi, I'm back. And I'm going to talk about TMEA Honor Band stuff because I realized when we posted who advanced in the concert honor band process that we have here in the state of Texas, I realized that a lot of people don't know what that means. The directors know. Directors know all about it. Arguably, they want the honor band distinction more than they want the state marching contest distinction. Arguably, I mean, they can go back and forth on it. Trust me, I've seen their reactions when when they when they get called out to be advancing in the honor band process. So I want to talk a little bit about TME honor band, what that means. Process is a little bit of history behind it because it's a fascinating process. It really is. It's very unique, even more unique probably than the UIL system, and we'll just talk about that, and then we'll go over we'll go over the programs that made it through the conference 6A honor band process that are going on to the state contest or state evaluation or state prelims, if you want to call it that. That is going to be happening in a couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and jump into it because it's a lot of information. I'll post the link in the description for this episode so that you can read over the rules yourselves, and then you can follow along, and you can look at the different programs that participated in the process and the ones that are going on to the state prelim. So let's talk about this. So TMEA Honor Band. Honor Band is basically you know how we have UIL state marching contest and that's what everybody wants and everybody puts shoe polish on their car and they go to the Alamo Dome and we rip each other's throats out and then we finally crown a champion. Imagine that, but for concert band, except no ripping throats. So, the big state competition, state concert band contest that we have here is called the TMEA Honor Band. Honor Band is sponsored by the TMEA, Texas Music Educators Association. This has nothing to do with the UIL concert sight reading process. I know I had a lot of questions about people that were asking, like, how come our program's name is not on there? What's going on with this? How come, has nothing to do with it. UIL concert sight reading evaluation is just that. You're competing against yourself. The TMEA honor band process, you're actually competing with other programs. And the way we do that is not through a giant contest where it takes all day and we have ensemble after ensemble get on stage and perform. No, you actually do recordings for it. So we'll go over that process real quick. So it's a completely optional process. Not everybody decides to participate in it. A lot of programs do, some programs don't. It's entirely up to whatever the director wants to do. This honor band process is reserved for the varsity ensemble. So if you've got 4 or 5 ensembles, your varsity, your wind ensemble, your top program in your top band in your program is the one that would tape, what we call tape or record for honor band. So here's how that works. TMEA is looking for 3 pieces. One of them has to be a march, of course, hashtag Texas. One of them has to be a march. The other 2, you can just pick those pieces. Total of 35 minutes. Can't go any longer than 35 minutes for all 3 pieces. You record them at previously scheduled recording sessions, which have to be public performances. These aren't just private things where you record it in the band hall and you have all the acoustics set up the way you want to and stuff like that. No, they have to be public performances. You get up to 4 chances to record, and you schedule it with TMEA and all that stuff. That the judges don't come out to your event or anything like that. That's not what we're talking about. You get 4 opportunities to record those pieces. Now, as far as those pieces go, you can mix and match performances. So for instance, let's say at the very end of the year, you have a recording session or you have a public performance and the march was the best that it was. And you can use the march from that recording. The second piece, let's say that was best performed at, the recording performance number 2. Then you can use that recording. You can mix and match performances. The only thing you cannot do is that if it is a multi-movement work, let's say you play all of Pines of Rome, my favorite piece ever. Let's say you play all of Pines of Rome. That's 4 movements in Pines of Rome. You have to play all 4 in a row. It has to be one recording. You can't mix and match movements. Like, movement 1 was good here, and the movement 2 was good 2 weeks ago, and movement 3, you can't do that. You got to play one piece. You got to play whatever you got to play it all in a row too. So you can't jump around on multi-movement works. But as far as the pieces, the whole pieces go, you can mix and match whatever you need to, um, and you record them. There are very specific rules on how to record it, compression rates, all that's fun stuff. There's a lot of rules to this, and I'm not going to go over all of them because it's a ton of stuff. What I mainly wanted to get to was like the adjudication and how it's evaluated and stuff like that. But yeah, there's all sorts of recording requirements. There's all sorts of rules and stuff. Like I said, for public performances, there's got to be a public performance. They have to be in concert attire too. You can't just show up and they want everything like professional setting. Like that's like a public performance, a professional public performance. And like I said, you schedule these performances in advance with the TMEA office. Go, hey, we're gonna record on this day, this day, this day, and this day, and you can space them out however you need to. Some programs space them out pretty evenly. Some programs wait until probably in May because the tapes are usually due by June 1st. So they wait until the very end when everything is hopefully nice and polished and sounds great and all that fun stuff. So everybody's got a different philosophy of doing it. There's no right way or wrong way of doing it. All you need to do, 35 minutes total recording, 3 pieces. One of them's got to be a march. You can mix and match pieces, but you cannot mix and match multi-movement works. Cool. The TMEA process, the honor band process, has gone through a pretty significant overhaul in the last year or two. One of the criticisms of TMEA Honor Band was that it was highly exclusive. So let me put this in perspective for you. Previous rules stated that every region only got to certify 2 programs to advance to the area process. Just like UIL, there's a region, there's a region level, there's an area level, there's a state level. Old rules for TMEA Honor Band, top 2 at each region go on to area. Now think about your region. Think about how many awesome programs are there. And think about if they decide to tape for Honor Band. A lot of programs, which understandably so, would look at that and go, well, this is going to be very difficult to get through to the area contest. I may or may not consider taping this year for whatever reason. So that was a big hindrance. And then if you thought that was exclusive, they used to take 2 from every region to go to area. Then they used to take 2 from every area to go to state. That's even more exclusive. Think about your area. Think about your UIL marching area contest and how exclusive that is and how difficult it is to make it to state there. And now cut that down. Now you only got 2 programs you get to choose from for every area. It is, like I said, very exclusive, very exclusive real estate, as I like to say. So they went through a big overhaul, brought some smart people in, tried to figure out what can we do to maybe expand the opportunities for some programs part of this TMEA Honor Band process. So here's what they did. These are kind of the main points here. What they did was they expanded it to every region can certify 4 programs to advance to the area contest. And then when you get to the area evaluation period, they do a 1 to 4 rule, which means for every 4 bands that is at your area round for TMEA Honor Band, you get to certify 1 of them to advance to the state prelim. So just like we have the 1 to 5 rule in marching contest for area, 5 programs for every 5 programs that competes, 1 of them gets certified to the state marching contest. Same thing with TMEA Honor Band, except it's the 1 to 4 rule. So that's how you get there. Another big thing they added was so that it used to be once you got to state, they would just evaluate everybody. They'd have everybody in one big room. They would listen to all the recordings. The judges would evaluate them, and then bam, those were your results, and that was it. Now what they do is they split it up. They split it into 2 rooms. So for instance, 6A programs, for 6A Honor Band, 21 ensembles made it in, which means, according to their rules, they're going to take the 21 6A ensembles and they're going to split them up. So it's going to be 11 in one room, 10 in the other room. Top 5 in each room go to state finals. And then they put those 10 programs together. Judges listen to it for state finals. They rank them 10 to 2. And then number 1 will be certified as the TMEA Honor Band. And I cannot express how much of an honor it is. No play on words. Truly mean this. Like I said, I've seen the directors react to results with TMEA Honor Band, and I can tell you there is more passion with that they react with the TMEA Honor Band that is the state marching contest. It just means a little bit more to the directors. The kids, maybe, and the parents too, maybe a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe it's because this sort of process is not covered very often. Maybe it's not as exciting as the other, like state marching contest, where there's a live performance and there's 10,000 people in the Alamo Dome or something like that. These are recordings that are done in listening areas and listening stations in high schools across the state. So, like I said, this is a very big deal. It is top-notch stuff. Some of the recordings, some of the ensembles that participate, it is, you would, if you close your eyes, you'd be like, yeah, that's a college, that's like a professional ensemble. And then you look at who it was. I was like, wait, what? Excuse me? Yeah. These kids are really, really good. And I was glad to listen to some of the recordings last month. So let's talk about adjudication and the different stuff that goes with that. So region contest, 4 programs. Remember, we said region contest, 4 programs or fewer, you get to automatically advance to the area contest. Well, guess what? What if you have more than 4 programs? Well, you have to bring judges in, and we have to get those judges to evaluate your region, and they got to cut it down to 4 programs. There was a region or two this year, this year, who had 5 bands at region evaluation or region level for honor band. So they had to bring judges in, and they had to eliminate one of them, because remember, we're only taking 4 programs per region. So sometimes that works out that way. There are other regions that have 7 or 8 programs, so they had to bring judges in and knock all that out. So they want to make it fair across the board. So they want more programs participating in this. So trust me, it's a lot better than what it used to be. Remember, region used to be just 2 programs. That's it. Everybody else, appreciate your time and effort, but you're going home. So that's what happens at the region level. And then, of course, the area level, we advance 1 program for every 4 programs that participates in that thing. How do you evaluate it? Well, it's very simple. You bring in 5 judges. And they listen to the pieces. There's a specific audio setup that has to be done. There's all sorts of, like I said, audio stuff. There's all sorts of rules and regulations and terms and conditions you have to apply by. And if you don't do it, then you literally get disqualified. So what they do is bring the 5, they set up the audio equipment in a band hall. And it's like, for instance, here in San Antonio, it was at Alamo Heights High School. They set it up in the band hall. The judges sitting facing forward, and 5 judges, and they evaluate the programs. The really cool thing about this whole process is that it's anonymous. The judges do not know who they are listening to. The programs are only identified by, the rules say they're only identified by a letter code, or from the area that I went to go do listenings in, they were identified as band 001, band 002. Judges don't know who they're listening to. When they get the conductor's scores to follow along with the recording, there are supposed to be no identifying marks on there. It cannot say property of Daniel Valdez, School of the Arts. Heaven forbid. You wouldn't want that, trust me. No identifying marks on the conductor's scores. There's supposed to be no identifying marks on the recording either. So you have to edit that stuff out. You can't have somebody, and now the Daniel Valdez School of the Arts thing, and they play Pines of Rome for 35 minutes. So like I said, it's completely anonymous. The judges do not know who they're listening to. So they go in there, they evaluate, they listen to everybody, and they evaluate it. They do Olympics. Another thing that's very unique about the adjudication process, it is Olympic style scoring, which means the high score and the low score are dropped for your program. They're dropped. Then they take the middle 3 scores that are remaining. They add them together, get a ranking ordinal, and that's what they use to evaluate programs at the region, if needed, area level, and the state prelim, state finals level as well. Yes, it is anonymous. You're probably asking, where are the results? Well, here's another thing that makes this process so unique. Not only are the results anonymous, you don't know which judge gave you what because they're actually listed just in descending order, so you don't know which judge gave you what. Um, the the results are not posted publicly. It's not one of those things where like UIL, where the recap sheets are up and we can break them down and we can yell at this judge and what happened here, what happened between prelims and finals. There's none of that. None of that stuff exists. It is not posted publicly. So when I read these names off of here for the 6A programs that advance to the state prelims level, they're not going to be in really any sort of order whatsoever. It's just programs that advance because this stuff is not supposed to be made public. So I'm going to try to adhere to that as best as I can, and we just move forward from there. Like I said, a very unique process, and stuff is very, very intense. Some of the literature that these programs are playing will blow your mind. By the way, again, like I said, more uniqueness about the TMEA Honor Band stuff. Region level, area level, state prelims, state finals level, those are public recordings. They're open to the public. I literally drove a couple of miles down the road to go listen to programs at the Area G listening and listen to programs for Area E listening, which the Area E, I mean, talk about an incredible group of programs, completely blown away. There was only about 7 of them that participated, but my goodness, they were excellent. So they are public performances. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that you show up there with your noisemakers and your horns and all that stuff and your face is painted and you've got the shirts on. Trust me, nothing like that. There is decorum, there is professionalism that has to be involved, with the process. This is not one of those things where you just cheer and do all that fun, all that crazy stuff. No, this isn't marching band. This is concert stuff. You sit there politely, you listen to the recordings, and that's it. That's it. You don't want to do anything distracting there because the contest chairs will kick you out. They'll get rid of you if you're causing disturbance or anything like that. And of course, they don't want you to do anything like, "Hey, go, Daniel Valdez, Performing Arts School, Wind Ensemble." They don't want that because then that ruins the integrity of the process. Remember, the judges aren't supposed to know who they're listening to. Anonymous stuff. Excellent idea. So that's what's going on with TMEA Honor Band. Lots of fantastic programs participated. This was very difficult because remember, it's been a while since since we've had to do taping for the honor bands because of COVID and all that stuff. The reward for the TMEA Honor Band, let's say that 6A TMEA Honor Band is whomever, that program will get to perform at the TMEA convention the following year. So you tape in 2022, and then 2023, whoever wins gets to perform at the TMEA convention in 2023. Pretty simple, right? A couple of things to keep in mind. There are certain things that make you ineligible for participating in the honor band process. If you won the previous time, you are not allowed to tape the following cycle. And when I say cycle, I mean this. It cycles off every 2 years for conferences. So just like normal UIL state marching band contest, it's held every other year for now. And then TMEA Honor Band is held in the years that you don't have a state marching contest. So we kind of threw that out the window this year because of everything that happened with COVID and whatnot, and we were making up years lost and performances lost and whatnot. So that's something to keep in mind. It does cycle off from year to year. So next year for TMEA Honor Band 2023, the odd numbered programs or the odd numbered conferences will go on. So 5A will tape next year. The even numbered programs will have already taped and already sent everything in, and I looked at that. Another thing, you can't change your recording after you send it in. That's it. Those are your recordings. You've sent in your tape, you sent in your CD, whatever. That's it. There's no changes unless like the file gets wholly corrupted or something, and then you got to call the TME office, and then they got to make sure that all that whole process it has the integrity intact and all that stuff. Also, here's a big thing, because I know a lot of programs, a lot of people were messaging me saying, "Hey, how come I don't get how come we didn't participate in this honor band process?" Well, one of the stipulations is that uh, your head band director has to be on staff the following year. If they leave to another program, your program is not eligible to tape for honor band. I don't know why that is. It's been a rule for forever. I guess they just want to promote consistency with the program. I have no idea. So, but that is something that does hold programs back from taping from cycle to cycle. The head director leaves, you're not eligible to send in a tape, unfortunately. So that's part of the reason why. There's a couple of the reasons why your program may or may not have sent in a tape this year. Like I said, it's a completely optional process. Those who do participate, they go full force at it. They go. This is not one of those things where let's just see what happens. Like no, we want to try to get to state. This is a big deal. So there's a lot of motivation from the kids, a lot of motivation from the staff and directors and stuff. A lot of programs love to bring in clinicians, get new ears on it, people from out of the area and stuff. Try to improve that repertoire just a little bit each time they perform it, so that when they're ready to tape, it is a polished product. So that's your TMEA Honor Band process. Let's go over very quickly the 6A programs. There are 21 6A programs that advance to the state prelims for TMEA Honor Band. By the way, those recordings, those listenings will be at the day before they'll be done on the day before the Texas Bandmasters Association convention here in San Antonio, which is only a couple of weeks away. So if you're in town, you can stop by and you can attend the recordings, or I'm sorry, I keep saying recordings. You can attend the listenings. Remember, it's got to be full decorum. You can't no craziness or anything like that. Sit down, listen to the recordings, and have a good time. But you can actually attend them because they are public. They are considered public performances. And like I said, the recordings, it's not like if there's a stage or anything like that. You're in a ballroom, they play it through the speakers, and you get to have your mind blown with how incredible the talent is across the state. So anyways, 21 6A programs have advanced to the TMEA Honor Band State Prelims. So congratulations to the following programs. Out of Area A, East Lake High School out of El Paso, congratulations to them. Area B is interesting because they took 4 programs from Area B to the TMEA Honor Band State Prelims. Now, what makes that interesting is that not enough programs out of Area B participated in order to justify those 4 programs that advanced. I think there were like 9 total programs that participated at area, but that means there should only have been 2 that advanced. For some reason, they advanced 4. I don't know specifically what the answer is. I don't have an official word on that. I'm sure there is a very, very good reason why they advanced 4 from Area B, so no problem at all. Nothing against any of those programs. Absolutely not. I just don't want to speculate on why that happened and give misinformation and stuff like that. So congratulations to at Area B, Lake Ridge High School, Keller Central High School, Keller High School, and Capel High School. Congratulations to those fine ensembles. There's some really good wind ensembles up in the Dallas area. Area C, congratulations to Hebron, Flower Mount, and Wiley High Schools for advancing to the state prelims there. Area D, 2 programs advanced, J.J. Pierce and Westwood High Schools advanced out of Area D. So congratulations to them. Area E, which was the listening center that I was at, Claudia Taylor Johnson and Vista Ridge advanced out of a very, very, very tough Area E room. So congratulations to those 2 programs. Area F, out of the Houston area, College Park, Cypress Woods, and Tomball Memorial. Those refined programs are advancing to the state prelims for TMEA Honor Band. Area G, which was also in the same listening center as Area E, that were done on separate days. Area G, United, Hanna, and Rivera High Schools are advancing to the to the TMEA Honor Band state prelims. Congratulations to them. And then back to the Houston area for Area H. Dawson, Tompkins, and Clear Lake High Schools advancing to state prelims for TMEA Honor Band. 21 fine ensembles that are going to be participating at state prelims. Remember, we do state prelims. We split the programs up. 10 go in one room, 11 go in another room. They're going to try, the rules say they're going to try to balance it out as best as they can, depending on the rankings from area. Again, those are not public, so don't ask me who got what. I can't point you to an official source or anything like that. 10 in one room, 11 in another room, 5 from one room, 5 from the other, go advance to state finals. We get those 10 to state finals. And then I believe the next day or the day after at the TBA convention, or the Texas Bandmasters Association convention, they do the 10 recordings, they listen to them, they evaluate 10 through second place, and then they name which will officially be called the 2023 Honor Band, because that's when they would be performing at the TMEA convention. There is no bronze medal. There is no silver medal. One thing and one thing only, the TMEA Honor Band. And like I said, these directors, I'm telling you, they want that so bad. And to see music educators during a time when it seems like everybody's leaving the activity. It seems like everybody's leaving band directing. They're doing something else with their lives for I'm sure very, very good reasons. But to see the passion in some of these directors' eyes when the results were read and when they found out where they were moving on, I mean, it was powerful stuff. Trust me on this. So congratulations to all the programs who participated, all the 6A programs, all the 4A programs. Another thing, by the way, the middle schools actually get involved in this too. They actually have middle school programs that participate in the honor band process. They compete against each other, and we'll go over those results when they get released in a couple of weeks for TME Honor Band. But it is interesting to see those middle schools, and then you look at them and you look at what district they are, and you find out which high school they feed into, and you're like, oh, that makes total sense. Yes, it absolutely does. It's, like I said, it's a very exciting process. It's a process not a lot of people know about, and I'm glad to help explain it a little bit. And of course, I'm going to put the link in the description for this silly little show, so that you can read more about it, more about the technical rules and all sorts of stuff. But I really wanted to get to the meat of this, and then move on. So I want to say thank you all for listening. If you've been doing everything, if you've been listening this entire time, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Coming back next Thursday, Summer Band 2022. Recordings every Thursday for July. There's going to be wide-ranging topics, all that fun stuff. Getting ready for Summer Band. We're getting ready for August 1st. Happy Texas Marching Band Day. August 1st, when we can start learning drill for our contest shows and everything. We're going to talk about Grand Nationals. We're going to talk about all the regionals that are happening. We're going to talk about the live blog, maybe. And we got some exciting stuff coming up with the Texas Band's world famous live blog. So lots of stuff to cover. We're going to get to it, and I'm so glad you're going to join me for the ride. Thank you all so much for listening. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.